Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. Remember, Herald TV had red flagged and told you that COVID cases will rise if the government does not control entry to large gatherings in Goa, especially during the Christmas New Year week. Monday, the positivity rate spiked to 26.43%. That's exactly what has happened.
During the last week, Goa witnessed several large gathering parties, events and crowd, especially on New Year's. COVID protocols were openly violated, with government remaining silent and not taking action in the name of supporting tourism. Goa recorded unprecedented hike in the number of COVID-19 infections, with the positivity rate touching 26.43% on Monday. State health officials said that 631 new infections were reported in the state, taking the toll to 182,201 on the day when state government decided to shut down the schools and colleges and contemplated the possibility of imposing night curfew in the state. The state had recorded 10.7% positivity on Sunday.
Something very odd has been happening in the last few days. We saw the Chief Minister and the government of Goa claim that they would control the tourists coming into the state of Goa and take great precautions to protect citizens' lives, health and livelihood over the course of the last few weeks and going forward. Strangely, they took absolutely no steps. Instead, the exact opposite happened. What we have seen is a government-promoted global Omicron tourism which has come out of Goa. We saw millions of tourists come into Goa, mingle, crowds gathered, and they have all gone back while no restrictions were put in place. This is absolutely insane. What we are seeing now, today, are restrictions being put in after the crowds have all gone back. Lakhs of tourists have gone back, taken the virus with them, and now restrictions are being put. For what? It absolutely makes no sense. I think warning signs have all been there over the last few weeks and months. If we look at the global scenario, the government of Goa was very, very aware of all of this. This is not the first time it's happened. This is the exact same situation that happened exactly a year ago. During New Year's Eve, the same disastrous situation. After that, we all know what happened, including the GMC oxygen crisis that led to many, many deaths and a very painful time for Goa and damaged the reputation of the state both from a tourism point of view as well as livelihood point of view. The exact same story is repeating itself. Why is it that we cannot learn from that experience and do something which is more sensible this time? Why is the government not taking the proper steps?
The third wave is already here, going by the surge in COVID cases. So far, those contracting Omicron are having issues with the throat, but no problems with the lungs in case of infection. There is no need for oxygen. Taking basic precautions will help us to tide over. Dr. Shekhar Salkar, a senior member of the task force on COVID management, said, "We must wait for 1 week to see its impact," he added.
कोविडची नवी सर्ज म्हणजे थर्ड वेव जी आमी म्हणटात ती ऑलरेडी आयिल्ली आसा कित्याक कालच्यान आमी लास्ट 8 दिसाचे जर पळयत जाल्यार नंबर वाडत आसा आनी इट इज गोइंग टू वाडटलो तो कमी जावचो ना तो वाडटलोच कित्याक ती स्पायक येतलो आनी तो स्पायक एकदम वयर वतलो आनी मागीरूच तो सकयल येतलो सो वी हॅव टू लीव विथ द डिसीज म्हणजे आमकां ह्या व्हायरसा बरोबर रावचें पडटलें पूण आमी ते रावतना आमी काळजी घेवपाची गरज आसा सगळे ते रिस्ट्रिक्शनां करतले हें करतले ते करतले तुमी कितें करपाचें ताजेर तुमी भर दिवपाचो एक पयलीं म्हणजे मास्क सारकें घालपाक जाय सारकें वयर नाका पर्यंत घालपाचें मास्क आनी दोग जाण जर मास्क घालून जर उलयले जाल्यार सुद्दां द चान्स ऑफ स्प्रेड इज सामकें निग्लिजिबल आसा सो सगळ्यांनी जर मास्क घाले जाल्यार आमी हाजेर इजिली कंट्रोल हाडूंक शकता दुसरें एक सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग एक 2 हात मातशे डिस्टन्सूच दवरून उलोवपाचें सामकें लागीं येवन उलोवपाची गरज ना सॅनिटायझेशनची आतां व्हडली तितकी गरज ना पूण तरी हात आपले साफ दवरपाचे हात साफ दवरपाचे नवीन जी ही कोमायक्रॉनची आहे ना तितकं त्रास जायना लोकांक चडशे आता पळय काल 600 काय 700 आमी पयले केसी पण भितरले 5 जाण एडमिट जाले 4 भितरले डिस्चार्ज पयलींच्या हाती जाले सो इफेक्टिवली एकूच एडमिशन जालें सो एडमिशनां खूब कमी आहा लोकांक फक्त ताळ्यानूच त्रास जाता लंग्साक त्रास जायना सो ऑक्सिजन रिक्वायरमेंट ऑर सामकें हॉस्पिटलायझेशन चड करपाची कांय गरज पडना अशें अजून पर्यंत दिसता पण आनी एक आठवडो आमकां रावपाची गरज आहा आनी एक आठवडो रावलो की आमकां कळटलें की हें कोविड कितके लोकांक त्रास दिता कितें काय म्हणजे मरण येवं शकता काय ना सादे त्रास जावंक शकतले लायक फ्लू जावंक शकता, तुमकां मातसो जोर येतलो, मातशें डोलो घेवपाची. डोलो इज द ओनली आन्सर हाका, आनी कांय व्हडलेशें मेडिसीन सुद्दां घेवपाची गरज ना. आनी तोंड साफ दवरपाचें, गळगळे करपाचें, स्टीम इनहेलेशन इल्लेशें घेतल्यार पुरो.
Director of Health Services Dr. Ira Almeida advises public to avoid participating in political rallies and gatherings, so also other closed-door private events. She says the surge of cases is indicative that we have designated start of third wave of COVID-19 in Goa from December 28th.
The ones who are positive, most of them are those who have taken doses, but the ones who are sick and who are dying are the unvaccinated. We can give you that stat separately. What we are noticing is, see, the big difference in this third wave is that this time we have 95% of our population vaccinated. You know that. So we don't have to panic. The second thing is, if it's earlier, we were thinking that details Dr. Utkarsh will give you, but earlier, the previous 2 weeks, we were having more Delta positive. Now we are having more Omicron positive. But we know Omicron is mild, but the sheer infectivity might land up with, give us a lot of numbers. And so for that, we are ready. We have had a whole preparedness plan there. Our advice to you is you use COVID appropriate behavior, use mask appropriately. I can see some of you all with the mask below your nose. You should also not go for any gatherings, especially those in closed spaces. So what we have noticed is we have had a lot of clusters related to weddings, and these weddings are, some of them are outdoor, but there's a pre-party and post-party which is all indoor. Everybody must take precautions, just like Dr. Bose.
I'll tell you, madam is one member of that full committee. She advises. There are many other people who will give their suggestions, and the decision will be taken as a team. So what advice you have given to the political parties, because they are having huge rallies, at the backdrop of political situation or the elections, they are having huge rallies. So what suggestions you have given to these political parties? Just let us know. The suggestion on behalf of Madam, I am saying, we are advising people not to be a part of such political rallies and big gatherings.
Yes.
Doctor, can you give us the breakup of the hospital beds for COVID patients, GMC district hospitals?
So GMC has about 830 beds capacity. South Goa District Hospital has 200 beds with 18 ICU beds. Should the case rise still further, then another 150 beds in the new hospital will be made available. And North Goa has 100 beds. Once these are 50% full, then ESI will be activated. Once ESI is 50% full, both the sub-district hospitals will be opened up, and thereafter all the primary health centers. The idea is we do not want to interrupt or withdraw services for non-COVID health reasons.
Now let's take a short break. Welcome back. In view of the sudden spike in COVID cases, the central government issued a circular regulating attendance of staff below the level of Undersecretary to 50% till 31st January. Government offices are directed to follow staggered timings.
Central government issues a circular to contain the spread of novel coronavirus. Limits the attendance of government servants below the rank of Undersecretary to 50%. Remaining 50% have to work from home. Persons with disabilities and pregnant women can work from home. Centre directs the office timings be staggered from 9 am to 5:30 pm and 10 am to 6:30 pm. Staff from containment zone are exempted from coming to office. All meetings are to be held through video conferencing.
Bank of India Kampal branch temporarily shut after several staff members tested positive for COVID virus.
Bank of India Kampal branch has been temporarily closed after several staff members tested positive for COVID virus. as some of our staff members of the Kampal Panjim branch are tested positive for COVID-19. As a precautionary measure, the branch is temporarily closed until further instruction, considering the safety of our customers and staff members, Bank of India said in a statement. We request our esteemed customers to carry out all their related banking transactions from any of our nearest branches, it said.
GPCC President Girish Chodankar has said that he needs to see proper documentation to firm the 35,000 crore illegal mining loot. He said this in Herald TV's Goa Wants to Know series. When asked if mining loot did take place, Chodankar said if it has happened, the guilty should be punished. Watch.
Do you agree that between 2012, 7 and 12, illegal mining happened in Goa?
See, whether there is a illegal mining happened,
straight question.
not happened.
Straight question.
Hold on.
Straight question. Supreme Court has said illegal mining has happened in Goa. Not one judgment, two judgments. Very clear-cut indication of the government of the day, where they've clearly said that the government of the day overlooked and was hand in glove with the forces that were doing illegal mining. 435 by 1 writ petition judgment, followed by the February 2018 judgment when the renewal of leases came. The first paragraph of that judgment which completely spoke about the complicity of the state government in assisting illegal mining. This is between the period of 2007 to 2012. During that period, there is no denying the fact, and you don't need proof to say that the Congress government was in power at that point of time. My issue is that illegal mining during that point of time has been completely specified by two Supreme Court judgments. Do you agree that illegal mining happened in 2012?
See, it's not a question whether I agree or you agree. It's not a question of whether I agree
or
you agree on that.
I'm asking you.
I'm saying if there was illegal mining, if there was some culprits.
You still have a doubt whether there was illegal mining?
No, if it is there.
You're still saying it's if?
Yes, let's punish them. Punish them who are involved in that illegally. Correct. We are not here to protect anybody.
Correct.
You punish all those who are involved, and through your medium, I also again demand with the local BJP government and central government, punish them.
According to you.
And I can say that the TMC now has a good relation with the Prime Minister. They should also use their good office with the Prime Minister. You book them in Goa.
Girish.
Book them in Goa.
Anyway, if this
whoever is involved, book them.
Girish, if this was a comedy show, people would have laughed. But this is not a comedy show. No, I am saying that between 2000 and one more question. Between 2007 to 12, do you still say if there was illegal mining, or are you saying there was illegal mining?
See, I'm not defending anything. I'm not.
Okay, let's ask you straight question. Anything. Between 7 and 12, was there illegal mining or not illegal mining?
If there was illegal mining, I'm very clear on that. I'm very clear on that. Then because I don't have those documents that you have. Okay.
Supreme Court judgments.
Let's sit after
Supreme Court judgments.
See, the Supreme Court judgment came thereafter. I have the RTI. That comes.
Supreme Court.
That is issued by.
If that was the case, then that RTI should have been set.
So what is the order of that Supreme Court? Tell me.
So 435 by 1, they narrated the details of the loot. They said all mining should stop unless sustainable mining is there in place. Very clear. And this money has to be recovered. Order of the Supreme Court, point number 1. When the 88 leases were renewed totally against the law, the Supreme Court came down heavily on it and spoke about the complicity of the government. But at that point of time, that complicity was for the BJP government.
Okay.
So because that renewal was not done by the Congress government. Congress government was 27 to 2012 because they were in power. The renewal of the leases were done by the BJP government. So the second judgment pointed fingers at the BJP government. The first judgment pointed fingers at the Congress government. The judgments went against both the governments. There also they said that we need recovery of this. The total quantum of loss due to the renewal of the 88 mining leases has to be done. The quantum of loss was done by an expert committee along with the CAG report. The government then went to the court and saying, look, we have done the quantum of loss, expert committee has gone into it, the CAG has gone into it, the total amount is 3,500 crores. I am saying you look at 3,500 crores only. The point here is that the fact that illegal mining happened is beyond doubt.
So if there is a illegal, I'm still saying, if there was illegal mining that time, please book all those involved in that illegal mining, recover that whatever money is there, whatever as you are claiming, recover that.
Again, I'm not claiming. The Supreme Court.
See, I have the documents. I've read that document. I have to read this because my mining is not my specialized subject.
Once again, the Kabrastan issue is back in the headlines. On Tuesday, several members of the Muslim minority in South Goa set on a hunger strike demanding change of Kabrastan zone. They've demanded that they should be given the rights to build the Kabrastan on the dedicated place as given before near the Sonsoda dump.
हांवें पयर 8 दिसाचो टायमींग दिल्लो आमचो TCB मेंबर सेक्रेटरी आनी डेप्युटी सीएमाक मेळिल्लो तुमी बेगीन ते आमकां कितें तरी एश्योरन्स दिया नाल्यार कितें तरी रिवोक करा जोन खंयचो सनसाड्याचेर पयलीं अलॉट केल्लो पळय जो म्युन्सिपालिटीन जागो तांकां तो जोन चेंज करा म्हणून जाल्यार अजून पर्यंत तांचें कांय हें मेळूना आनी तांकां हांवें वॉर्न केल्लें म्हणून सांगिल्लें की हांव एक तर उपोशणां बसतलो म्हणटकूच आज हांवें एक म्हाजी इनिशियल घेतला की एक मुस्लिमांक न्याय मेळचो कित्याक खुबसो तांचेर अन्याय जाल्लो आसा आनी चडशे म्हज्या वॉर्डान जसो कावन्सिलर आसा ते मुस्लीम हिंदू क्रिश्चन आसा म्हणटकूच त्या म्हाज्या वॉर्डांनी जो आसा तांच्यान कब्रस्तान जो केल्लो पळय इश्यू काडिल्लो पळय कब्रस्तान येयलो हें केलो TCB मिनिस्टर पयलींचो कोण आशिल्लो ताणें थंय म्हणून हें केल्लो तो मागीर पूण एक्चुअली तो सनसेडाचेर पयलीं अलॉट जाल्लो पूण तो तांच्यान झोन चेंज करून थंय आनी कितें प्रोजेक्ट काडपाची तयारी लो लायंग एरिया करून ते इलेक्ट्रिकलांची प्रोजेक्ट करून हे आशिल्ली त्या खातीर म्हाजो प्रोटेस्ट आशिल्लो ते चेंज करपाचो झोन म्हणून
अशें आसा की 60 वर्स जाले 60 वर्सां भितर जे मुसलमानाचेर जो अन्याय जाल्लो आसा कब्रस्ताना खातीर कितें तो आजून सुटोवंक ना म्हजें म्हणणें हें आसा तुमच्या माध्यमांतल्यान हांव आमचे आमदाराक बी सांगपाक सोदता कितें तेणें हेजेर लक्ष घालपाक जाय कितें आनी दुसरी गजाल आमकां आमचे जमातीक जेन्ना ही चावी दिल्ली कब्रस्तानाची तर आमच्या जमातीक कांय विचारूंकूच ना खंयचे मुस्लिम कमिटी कोणाक विचारूं ना म्हणजे तुम्ही किस करता ते सारकें का म्हणून दुसरी गजाल म्हणजे आज महेश हे जे पळय कितें इश्यू घेवन बसला तेजे फाटल्यान आमी सदां आसतले हे खातीर हांव आख्खी आमचे मडगांव मुस्लिमाक सावथ गोवाचे जितले मुस्लीम आसा तांकां आव्हान करपाक सोदता हांव की तेंच्यांनी हेजे फाटल्यान रावन ताका सपोर्ट करचो कित्याक म्हणल्यार दुसऱ्या कामां तुमी वयता हे काम हो आमचो फंडामेंटल रायट आसा कब्रस्तान हो आसा इश्यू हो सगळ्यान व्हडलो इश्यू अजून कित्याक जायना आमकां आनी कित्या खातीर तुमी आमकां दिना हे मुस्लिमाक आमचे हांव सांगपाक सोदता तुमी हेजेर लक्ष घाला कितें आनी मुखार सरा सगळे.
Story by Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
Now let's take a short break. Welcome back. The government faced another protest on Tuesday, this time by the Electricity Department contract basis linemen. Several linemen protested over the issues they are facing on a daily basis. They said that the then Parrikar government had assured to regularize their services, but till date nothing has been done.
Electricity Department line helper म्हणून हे कामगार काम करतात. स्वर्गीय बाब मनोहर पर्रीकरान सांगलेलें 2012 की आपूण 6 वर्सां भितर जे जाल्यात तांकां रेग्युलर करता. आतां त्या टायमार 9 वर्सां मायज जाली एकटोय कामगार रेग्युलर जावना. आतां ह्या सरकारान 30 नोव्हेंबरच्या एडवर्टायजमेंटान 300 वॅकन्सी लायन हेल्पराच्यो डिक्लेअर केल्यो. आमी 321 जाण आसात 10-12 वर्सां काम करणारे. आमी डिमांड केलो पयलीं आमकां कामार घेयात, इंटरव्यू बंद करात आनी आमकां कामार घेयात. आमकां रेग्युलर पोस्ट दिवपाक जाय. आमी 10-12 वर्सां काम करतात. आतां परत 255 पोस्ट डिक्लेअर केल्यात. सो टोटल 555 पोस्ट ह्या डिपार्टमेंटान डिक्लेअर जाल्यात. आमी 321 जाण आसात. आमची प्रमुख मागणी आसा आमकां रेग्युलर करपाक जाय. आमच्या मदीं कांय एज रिलॅक्सेशन जालां. थोडे 45 अबाव जाल्यात कित्याक आमी 14-15 वर्सां फाटलीं काम करतात. आमकां एज रिलॅक्सेशन दिवपाक जाय आनी शैक्षणीक अट जी आसा ती आसपाक जायना. कित्याक कामार जेन्ना आमी जॉयन जाल्यात तेन्ना आमकां बरोवपाकूय येनाशिल्लें, पूण आमी डिपार्टमेंटाचेर 12-14 वर्सां काम केलां आनी आमकां एक्सपिरियन्स आसा. आमी जेन्ना आतां चीफ इंजिनियराक मेळ्ळे तेणी आमच्या सगळ्या मागण्याचेर आपली सिंपथी एक्सप्रेस केली. आमी जी कॉरस्पॉन्डंट टायम टू टायम दिल्यात ती पालोला आपूण गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन दवरल्यात. शुक्रार जी आमी लेटरां केल्यात ती पालोला जे आपूण तुमचें हें आसा ते आपूण कॅबिनेटात आनी गव्हर्मेंटा मुखार खेरीज भाशेन दवरतलो. कित्याक आमची प्रमुख मागणी आसा की तुमकां जाय त्यो वॅकन्सी भरात, पयल्यो 321 जाण रेगुलर जावपाक जाय. आमी आज हांगा अर्ध दिसाच्या धरणं केल्यात आनी ह्या धरणांतल्यान आमी मागणी करतात की आमकां शॉर्ट ऑफ रेगुलरायजेशन कांयच नाका. डिपार्टमेंटान आनी तुमी कॅज्युअल कामगार दवरूं नाकात. 555 लायन हेल्पर जे आसात तुमी डिक्लेअर केल्यात, आमकां 321 जाणां रेगुलर करात.
Story by William Rodriguez for Herald TV.
The protest of kiosk owners and vendors near GMC entered the 44th day on Tuesday. Vendors said the work on the rehabilitation project is slow, so they met the Chief Minister and work has now resumed on the project.
आयज आमचो 44th डे आनी आयज सगलो लोक बसलेलो आहा हिंगा. कितें लोक आमकां विचारीत रावता कित्याक आमी हिंगा कित्याक बसले म्हणून काम तुमचें चालू आहा. आतां तुमकां सांगूंक सोदता हांव हे 10 दीस पयले काम सामकें स्लो जालेलें. तो आमी मिडियाक इन्फॉर्म करूंक ना, पूण आमी कितें जालें हांव प्रसाद आनी वचून आमच्या MLAक मेवले. टोणींक सांगलें हिंगा काम स्लो जाला, कितें प्रॉब्लम आहा. टोणींक सांगलेलें आपणाक खबर ना. टोणीन सांगलें आमच्या MLAन सांगलें आमकां CMाक मेळोंक गेलें. सो इमिजिएटली आमी CMाक मेवले ते दिसाक 4 दिसांची आदली खबर. सो CMाक आमी सांगलें काम मातशें स्लो जाला, कितें प्रॉब्लम आहा. CM म्हणूंक लागलो काम सामकें फूल स्विंग चालू आहा, पूण आमी ताका तरी सांगलें ना म्हणून. ताणें PCक फोन मारलो PWDक आनी ताका अपडेट केल्लो. मागीर दुसरे 2 दिसान काम परतून एज पर कितें आहा तें चलता. सो वी आर सॅटिस्फायड अगेन. आतां पळयता आतां मुखायलें लेवलिंग करता आनी केन्ना आमकां पोजिशन CMान आमकां एश्युरन्स दिलां परतून की हें काम तुमचें 100% करता म्हणून. आनी फायनल वॉल आहा ती ह्या फाल्यां ताणें सांगलें बंद करता म्हणून. आनी बाय एटलिस्ट वी एक्सपेक्ट एटलिस्ट बाय 10th of January कितें पुणी आमकां पोजिशन या कितें पुणी दिवपाक लिगली कितें आमकां दिवपाक. कित्याक चड दीस जाले आमकां बसून हिंगा.
Story by William Rodriguez for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.